Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown in Quakertown, Pennsylvania to check out a 2025 Nissan Versa. This is the SV trim in gun metallic, two-tone cloth interior, automatic transmission. So you can let me know if you're in the market for a subcompact sedan and they're going by the wayside left and right. The Versa here in 25 is the last subcompact sedan that you can really buy in the market, and we believe this one is going to be ending in the 25 model year. Nissan said it would, and now they're not so sure. They're kind of backing off of it, so it's kind of in limbo right now from what I can tell. So you can let me know, is this Versa at about 22 G's the way you would rock? So let's dig in. Front end of this Versa SV in the gun metallic paint. We move on in closer and we're going to have LED daytime running lights, LED headlights, standard bulbs for turn signals, the gloss black Nissan V-Motion grille with the Nissan badge in the middle. We are going to have some color match down below, flat black on the lower part of the grille. As we come around to the wheel and tire package, it's a 16-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Nissan badge on the center cap. The wheels are wrapped in Kumho Solus all-season tires, 205 on the width, a 55 series sidewall 16s, all four corners, front wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the gun metallic with the black around the windows. As we come in closer, color matched side view mirror caps, no LED turn signals, color matched front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap, up top, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, no sunroof. Then over the back, we have a bit of a deck lid kick up in the back, the Versa name on the left, Nissan badge in the center, standard lighting in the back of the Versa, and then down below, we do have our exhaust tucked up underneath the rear of the vehicle. Under the hood of this Versa SV, we have Nissan's 1.6-liter naturally aspirated inline four-cylinder engine, mated to an Xtronic CVT, 122 horsepower, 114 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 32 in the city, 40 on the highway, 35 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price 25 Nissan Versa SV, $20,490. This vehicle's got one option on it, which is the carpeted floor mats. We add those in and a destination and delivery charge of $1,140 from Nissan's Aguas, Mexico assembly plant. We have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $21,910. And for those that are interested, there is no import fee attached to this vehicle. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, it's going to be all hard black plastic all the way down, even on the armrest. We have the faux carbon fiber effect in and around the flat black switch gear. Do have a decent sized door pocket for a subcompact sedan. Then in the foot box, we do have a large dead pedal brake and accelerator. The carpeted floor mats, which are extra, are in the trunk at this time. Your trunk release is right there on the floor next to your left foot. Manual seats for both the driver and the front passenger. Then we have a tri-tone cloth seating look, which I think looks really good. You got black, you got blue, and you got gray, and you got an insert that's actually got all three colors woven in together. It looks nice. The bolstering feels good. The headrests feel soft. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. Moving on over to the dash, we're going to have black plastic here. Then we're going to have this blue plastic with the fake stitching into the heat and air vent over here. And then down below, we are going to have a good sized glove box for a small car. And then coming on over to the infotainment screen, we have two heat and air vents up top with four-way hazards. Then we have the 7-inch screen that's angled towards the roof to cut down on sun glare. It's going to be CarPlay, Android Auto compatible. And you have your menu right here. Here's your AM, FM, Bluetooth music. We can Bluetooth the phone. You can go to your connections where you can connect up to 5 devices, your USB. There are the apps where your Android Auto CarPlay settings are. And then We also have our regular settings where you can get everything as a list, check your clock, adjust your speakers, cameras, volume, system voice, all that right in here. Very, very simple. We do have buttons on the left here for your menu, for your phone to brighten and dim the display, your audio settings, as well as seek for your music. We have volume and tuning knobs right there. And then as we go to reverse, we do have the old backup camera without trajectory, but this is a very inexpensive car, so I can't fault them for that. And we go back to the beginning. Very, very simple. Coming on down, standard heat and air. This is where you want the air to come out. This is your fan speed. Here's your temperature. Down further, 12-volt USB-A and an aux jack. And right in here is your wireless charging pad, which is a nice touch. We have some gloss black in here, so be careful. Here's the gear shift. Going to take you through the simulated gears of this Xtronic CVT with push-button start, which is a nice touch on such an inexpensive car. 2 cup holders, manual emergency brake, our Nissan key fob. Here it is. Lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button. Nice weight. And then we have our armrest, which is really soft. We open it up, and we have a USB-C tucked in there with another larger area for storage. The Versa steering wheel, we have a soft touch neoprene wheel with 10 and 2 notches, the Nissan badge on the horn button, flat bottom wheel to help you get in and out of this subcompact Versa. But I'm 5'11", and it's a very open and airy passenger cabin, even in the small car. So I do like that. On the left, you have your flat black, right? You have your volume controls for the digital dash, digital portion of your dash, I should say. You have your seek for your music. On the right side, you're going to have your cruise, telephone, voice commands. No paddles. On the left, headlights, turn signals, and high beams. On the right, windshield wipers. Over here on the left, little area to store things. Pop the fuel filler door, pop the hood, and we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we do have the analog digital combo, right? So your analog gauges on the right, your digital gauge on the left, and you can go through additional information that you may want to see. You can have it up, you can go across, or you can go ahead and change what you may want to have up there, all depending on what you have. And there goes the volume on the AM radio. Every radio band has a separate volume control, just so you know. But it's really simple, and for 22 grand, can't complain. Overhead console, very small. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off, and you open and close the door, this button right here, you leave it in the center. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. Then you have your frame rear view mirror, manual dimming function. Then you have your sun visor with vanity, but no light. Does it slide? No, but you do have an extension. Getting in the back seat of the Versa, but first the rear door panel is going to be the same action as the front. All hard black plastics and faux carbon fiber in and around the switch gear. Now I have the seat set for my driving position. So let's hop on in. But to get into this thing, right leg in, duck, twist, and left leg in, because it's a small vehicle, sloping roof line. If you're over 5'9", you're going to have to duck. Once I'm in, though, enough room for my head, shoulders, and enough room for my knees. No seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger. We don't have any heat and air vents in the rear center console area. We do have a USB-C for connectivity, and it's a really small car, and with the fan on the air conditioning down in its lowest setting, I can feel the air back here. So I'm not going to be hot back here. And then I do have the same color combo with the tri-tone cloth look. They feel really good for cloth seats, but no armrest. And I'd like to see an armrest because we are not at the base level trim here. But overall, for a really small car, it is a lot of room. Pop in the trunk on the Versa, well, you can use the key fob, or you can just use this lever, pull it up, and the trunk will open on up, and then you can just lift her on up. Nice wide opening, 14.7 cubic feet of cargo space. Great number for a compact sedan. Here are the carpeted mats we're paying extra for that say Versa. Underneath here, though, we have tools jack and a mini spare, so thank you, Nissan, for the spare. Plenty of room in this big trunk, and if you need more and nobody's in the back seat, you can let the rear seats down by going around each door, pulling the knob up, and letting the seats down. 60-40 split. Come around the other side. There we go. And now, you've got a bit of a kick up, but if you have larger items, you got plenty of room for them. Window sticker time, here we go. 25 Versa SV, standard equipment. Options, just the floor mats. Total vehicle MSRP, $21,910. MPG estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Nissan in Mexico. Take this baby up for a spin. All right, we're in this Versa SV for $25,000, and right off the bat, great visibility out of all the glass. It's a small car, but it's got great visibility. Huge rear view mirror too to see out the back. Nice large side view mirrors as well. SV trim comes standard. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, LED lighting up front for safety. So I like that included with the SV trim. Nice touch, don't need an option package for safety at $22,000 MSRP. I think that is a value right there. As far as this tech goes in here, it's pretty simple, old, whatever you want to call it, right? You got your CarPlay Android Auto though, and you got a couple of USB-A and USB-C. The handling, nice and tight, really well done. This little Versa is a flickable little car into the corners, and around we go. Now it's a small engine, 1.6, naturally aspirated, 4-cylinder, 122 on the horses, 114 on the torque, but the vehicle weighs nothing. It weighs 2,675 pounds. So even with a small, low horsepower engine, it feels like it's got enough to get you up and going just because of how light this car is. You got front wheel drive, and you got a small gas tank, 10.8 gallon gas tank, which means, you know, you can get about 380 miles to a tank if you get that 35 miles per gallon in combined driving. If you get 40 miles per gallon, you're going to get even more, probably close to 400, a little over 400 miles to a tank of gas at 10.8 gallons of regular. It's a cheap car to run. It's got a low acquisition cost, cheap car to run, and in my view, it's a great little car if you need something to run around town, or if you live in an urban area, live in a city, live in a highly crowded suburb, and you just need something to run around town, do errands, get good gas mileage. It's got a good amount of room in the trunk, and it handles really, really well. So, you know, it's got a lot going for it at 22 grand. Will it come back for 26? I think it's going to be one of those things where it's just going to appear on a dealer lot as a 26. 17.4 foot turning radius, really tight. Look at that baby just go right around. That is really tight in this little car. But for sure, the manual transmission that you can get in this car, not in this trim, but in this car, is definitely going to be going away, even if they keep it. So you may see it come back, but only with a CVT. Because that's what most people are buying. But, you know, people, even in my comments on cars, complain cars are too expensive, complains we need cheaper, simpler cars for people to afford. Well, Nissan's making one. It's called the Versa, and nobody's buying it. So if you're looking for one of these low acquisition cost, you want to call them cheap wheels, you can call them cheap wheels. Vehicles that get good gas mileage that you can rip around town in, do your errands, do your school run, and then take it out on the road and, you know, go somewhere. Go out and take a look at one, because there's plenty of them around now. This is the only SV trim here in Quakertown, but I think it's a good balance. The S is a bit bleak on the inside. The SV is much nicer. And this would be my choice in the Versa lineup if I was looking for a little car. So you let me know. Put it in the comments. Where else are you going to go? Put it in the comments, because right now the Mitsubishi Mirage is going out of the lineup. This may be going out of the lineup. So come next year, we could have 0 subcompact sedans to buy new. So let me know if you'd buy it or not. I want to thank Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown here in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Nissan Versa SV for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.